Annyeonghaseyo, welcome to another episode of Word of Chen Live. Alright, so you guys all know that I missed the show last week. Kinda sorry about that because super busy schedule, it just was a lot to deal with. I had presentation, assignment, everything, I was just like, whoa. But actually, I did pretty well for the trading lab that I was studying for. Apparently, we had to like go in and pretend that we were traders trading, in the finance market, and I actually made pretty high profits. So I'm pretty happy with that. It was time well spent, and I hope to make up for it this week. Now, this is the third episode of our series, and I've decided to start including reader questions and things like that so that we can talk about these topics during the show, and hopefully it creates a better show because everybody's coming in together to talk about it. So our first topic is actually about bronies, surprisingly. The internet has mixed views. I mean, you'll find people that absolutely love the show My Little Pony, and you'll find people that absolutely hate the show. And then you find the guys in between. It's just like whatever, it's a good show, and not one way or the other. Now, the question that was actually addressed to me about bronies is, there's a lot of hate for bronies, and some of them feel that it's almost the equivalent of coming out of the closet or something like that, but it's not, and realistically, you shouldn't feel that way. What I want to say is that I do watch My Little Pony. I think it's an amazing show. It's got really good values, and as someone who looks up to Korean idols, I know that they as well have to keep good values, because if you don't, okay, you get caught once with being drunk or bad behavior, you will lose all your endorsements, you will lose all your sponsors. So I feel that a show that teaches you good values like friendship, sticking together, winter wrap up, yeah, it's good, you shouldn't be afraid to enjoy a show like that, but you, at the same time, you can't go around treating it like it's a religion. It's not, okay? You shouldn't be going out there and saying, you should watch this show, watch it, or I'm gonna stare at you for hours. No, that's not what you should be doing. You should be saying, it's a good show, I enjoy it, nothing wrong with that, I'm cool kind of guy. That's about it. You shouldn't shove it down people's throats, and at the same time, those on the hater side shouldn't be like, oh my god, little fag, you guys suck so baddy, I hate you pony people. No, no. Okay, that's not it. That's not how it works. For me, as a brony, I'm just in the middle of things. I don't ask people to watch it. I mean, I tell my friends, I'll watch it. It's cool. If you guys want to check it out, it's pretty cool. You watch an episode, you watch two. Some friends get into it, some don't. That's fine with me. I'm not gonna, try and force it down people's throats. And I'm also not gonna hate on the show. And people shouldn't just, be at these two extremes, because that just makes you look stupid, especially when you start going like, oh my god, you suck so bad. Doesn't work that way. Okay, so that was actually the first question I had to answer. The second one was about the Black Fedora Pirates and how they were formed and everything. I know you guys haven't really seen me in my fedora, and I will rectify that when I have a haircut. Because right now my hair is crazy, so just wanted to play around with it. But listen, about the Black Fedora Pirates, I'm a One Piece fan. Now, I don't follow the updates every week, so please don't question me about the latest episodes or anything. But, I did enjoy the manga, and I thought it was really good. So, before that, when I was in the rap field, we had a ninja clan, because, we're Asian, so we call each other ninja. And I had a ninja clan, so after that, I thought, when it comes to poetry, got to try the other side of the coin. I got to be a pirate. So that's how it started initially. So I was like, I'm sailing. The first poem I ever released after coming to the new account was about, sailing on a new sea. It was a new journey, a new place. Everything was new. So I thought about that and said, yeah, I should be the captain. And I do be feeling that anyone who'd like to follow me should be joining behind old Captain Chinbeard. And that was sort of how the whole creation went, because after that I was like, yeah, that would sound awesome. So, I had to create a crew, and I was thinking, Luffy is called the Straw Hat Pirates. I have a fedora. It's black in color. Black Fedora Pirates. So if you be wanting to join me crew, you don't actually need a fedora, but it does kind of help, especially in those situations where you need to hide your face. And that was sort of what I wanted to do with the whole concept. So yeah, Black Fedora Pirates. And after that, a lot of people started coming in saying, dude, we want to join. I was like, sure, join up. What's up? Everything's cool. Join. I welcome you with open arms, my brother or sister, or dragon thing with wings. And is that a spinal cord in your teeth? With spinal cord in his teeth. So, anyone's allowed to join. It's just a fun place where people can get together, role play together, and you get a unique backstory. I create a unique backstory for your character, and you just get to jump right in and play. So it's pretty fun, and I think everybody enjoys it. The group, however, is autonomous from me because I don't have a lot of time to run it, so my officers run it for me, and they've been doing a fantastic job. It's turned into a really fun place, and it's very supportive, very welcoming. We do have standards, but we generally welcome almost anyone. So if you've got history, if you're a scallywag, this is where you belong. If you're going to play by the rules now, if you want a second chance but can't get that second chance elsewhere, Black Fedora Pirates is right for you. That's where we belong, and we're a crew. We stick together. Okay, so the last item that I have to talk about is In Service to Morgana. Now, somebody actually requested that I read In Service to Morgana, but the thing is, that's an old piece, so I don't think its quality is up to scratch. So I'll tell you what, I will read it out, but as a new piece. I'll redo the old piece with upgraded language, make it more dark, make it scarier, all that kind of stuff next week. So that's going to come. I just wanted you to know that I did receive your message and that I will be doing it, just not immediately, because I generally like to read what I'm doing now so that you get an idea of my current level, and that way I can build upon that. It's like showing you where I'm at and then building upon that. Alright, so keep sending in your questions, stuff that you want to see. Well, not stuff that you want to see, but things you want me to talk about on the show. Just send them in, just ask any questions you like. If you want to talk about how I do things, how I come up with stuff, I'd love to show you guys all that. It won't be very informative because I am weird, but might be pretty cool for you guys to see how the magic happens. It's not much magic, it just takes hours of work. Alright, so also I'm going to try and slim down my face a bit for the camera. Yeah, I think that might be good. So I'm exercising a bit more these days. Also kind of want to buff up a little because I lost weight after my long flu period, and yeah, now my upper body's kind of skinny, so that's why it's not on camera much. I used to be proud of it, but now, gotta improve on that. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish today's episode off with a live reading of tonight's piece, Waking Nightmares. Now, this is part of the Liquefaction series. It's gonna be a story series that's going to be told through the poems, and there will be a story released as you'll hear about that at the end of the year. But generally, this story was inspired sort of by a lot of the horror mangas that I read, and also a lot of the things that really scared me. Old J horror movies like The Grudge, The Ring, stuff like that. I wanted it to inspire the series and really come to life. Now, the poems won't tell as much of the story as what's going to be released, but it's the base. It's the base, and that's where everything is going to come together. So you sort of get little snapshots of what's happening to Doctor Cecil, whose full name will be released in the yeah. So you're gonna get little snapshots of his life, and you're just gonna and he is actually the one writing the poetry. So Dr. Cecil writes the poetry, and at the end you get to see a little snapshot. So it's a story within a story, and it's gonna run for quite a while. Well, quite a while for me is just like a week or more, but quite a while meaning quite a few pieces will be all about this. So you're gonna see a string of poetry that's all gonna be like all about this. Alright, so let's get straight into the reading. This piece is Waking Nightmares, the second one in the series. Make sure you check out Fear, that's the first one in the series. Everything's gonna be linked, so even if you just pop in and see this poem, you can just, click on the link and go straight back to the first. Alright, here we go, guys. Waking Nightmares. It begins the same way every single night. Fire spreading from an altar in the darkness, as all living beings are slowly consumed. The coruscating flames appear wet with blood. The scene then changes to a flooded hallway, live wires dangling above the water, like venomous serpents slithering in the darkness. A single pounce would end my life. Eventually the hallway ends with a door, one that reminds me of forgotten yore, and my thoughts shall be in rhyme at this point, as though lips and tongue are eternally joined. What maddened schemes have they in mind? It is not a question I may ask at this time. Quickly I am brought before a bone-wrought throne, kneeling as my flesh is carved atone. My thoughts return to me, and they are normal now. I somehow retain awareness of where I am. I see before me a creature rising. From the shadows it grins and bares its fangs. I am the end which you so desperately seek, and the more I am called, the more I shall unleash. Chaos shall spread, and all shall be consumed. You will be the catalyst that frees me, my wretched egg of birth. I try to deny his words, but my hands are quickly shackled as I am brought against the wall. My feet seem to sink into the ground, and my mouth melts away, leaving me trapped and mute. I stare with eyes that convey no meaning. Not a single creature in that room. For in my company, all that remains is the withering ash of our hopeless doom. Whoa, Doctor, hey, you ain't looking so good. You been sleeping alright? Hey, maybe you ought to, take the night off and rest. You look like hell. And guys, that was both sections of the poem, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please come back. I'll see you next week. Word of Chen Live, fighting.